Hey guys, Brandon Boyd here. I wanted to talk about the importance of taking ownership of your business. I feel like that this is so important because so many people come in and they'll say, well, I'm just an independent contractor. I'll get around to this when I feel like it. If I have time to be able to do this business, if it doesn't work out, no big deal, no shirt off my back and that kind of thing. The importance of taking ownership of your business. You are the CEO of your business. Okay, it's going to rise and fall based upon how you approach it and the actions that you take. So there's a couple keys. And I want to share these keys with you that I've done for the past 16 years that have helped me become successful as an entrepreneur and as a business owner. And the first key is why communication is so important with your team. See, communication is very similar to, if you think about a relationship, if you're married or you have a significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, if you don't communicate or that you don't communicate well, you're not going to have a relationship. Or as the saying goes, where there is no communication, that is communication. You're communicating that you don't care, okay? So the first thing is email. So if you guys have any type of email or newsletters that you like to use to be able to communicate with your team, even though that a lot of people today are doing texting and social media, email is still very important. Another one is social media. You can use this as a great platform through Facebook, through Instagram and others to basically do shout outs and recognition where you have team group pages and those kind of things so that you can introduce new people, welcome them to the team. You can recognize people for hitting certain ranks and those kind of things. This is huge because everyone wants to be a part of something, whether it's an AA group, it's a church, it's a business, or something. People want to be a part of something. And so this is very, very important. Also, text messaging, updates, and coordinating things. So if it's calls, if it's webinars, and those kind of things, again, you can do recognition through there as well. Texting, the great thing about it is there's almost 100% open rate. So that daily or every other day texting to let people know what's going on and what's about to come is very, very important. Also, guys, don't forget, you can actually pick up the phone and talk to your team. Like, people still do talk on the phone, and it's down to a 50-pound phone. Okay, you can still pick up the phone and talk. It truly makes a difference. I rarely know anybody who is a top income earner of any company that does it just by social media, that does it by sending out emails and text messages. They actually do talk to people. If you truly want to build something that is long lasting, you're going to want to actually talk to them, especially your leaders. Now, key number 2 is scheduling your day in advance. See, I truly believe that if you don't schedule your day, somebody else probably will. And it will probably take you down a road that you don't want to go. And so what I've done for years and years, and it doesn't matter if it's on a Google Calendar, if you have some type of app, or maybe you have a binder or something, I actually map out about every 30 to 60 minutes of my day. Now, I have things in there set as a default that occur on a daily basis, whether it's exercise, if it's prayer, or whatever it is, that stay in there, and it's recurring on a daily basis. But what I do is every morning, in the wee hours of the morning, I look at my day and I start to look at some of my appointments. And I start to think in my mind a little bit about those appointments and how they're going to go. And what I do is I send out a message to confirm those appointments. So no matter what the appointment is, I just want to say, hey, I'm excited to see you at 2 o'clock today. We'll see you then. That way that you're confirming the appointments and always setting up new appointments. So scheduling your day in advance. Guys, if you're not doing this right now and you say, hey, I'm not one of those people, I don't really like to have a calendar and stuff, I'm telling you, you're not getting as far as you could be if you were a little bit more organized. And this will also keep you on point and set aside distractions, because there's going to be all sorts of people in your life that will come to you and they will distract you from your day and your goals. In fact, it will happen very, very easily, all right? And so by having your schedule, which of course you can buffer that schedule a little bit and move things around if you need to, but it's going to keep you laser focused on your goals and where you're going to, not what you're going through. Okay, so that's key number 2, scheduling your day in advance. Key number 3, plug your team into calls, webinars, and events. See, guys, this is an events business. Any other kind of event, whether it be a team call, a webinar, a live event, you want to make sure that you not only get yourself, but as many team members possible to those events. And again, event can be a call. All right, why Because you will flat out make more money, period. All right, here's an example, and this is by Eric Worre. All right, he said, for every person that you bring to a live event, any kind of live event, you will earn, on average, about an extra $1,000 per year in income, according to Eric Worre. So, for example, bring 20 people, make approximately an extra $20,000 a year. I know that that's the case because the top leaders and income earners that I see at different events, they typically have the most people there. All right, and so these calls, these webinars, these live events are absolutely critical to you having success. If you're the only one that's ever showing up, it's going to be hard for you to increase your income. So let people know about the importance of being on these. It's just like in sports. If you played sports and you said, hey, I want to be on the team, but I only want to show up Friday for the game. If you don't show up to practice, you're probably either going to be on the bench or not on the team, period. And so being a part of the practices, which is what these are, is what sets the stage for the event. For example, Evander Holyfield, he didn't become a champion in the ring. He was merely recognized in the ring. What he did is he showed up to practice day in and day out. You guys got to do the same, okay? Number 4 is creating tools and get the team to use the tools. So, a couple things. You either create, which of course has to be company compliant, or use company tools or tools from other leaders, videos, websites, scripts, etc. Okay? Don't reinvent the wheel. Find out what's actually working. All right? And so you want to make sure that you don't come in and say, okay, I'm going to spend the next 30 to 90 days putting together all these tools. Find a mentor who's where you want to be and follow them. If it's not the person who enrolled you, then find someone who is a part of the business that is succeeding, find out what they're doing, and use that same type of system. All right? Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't waste your time doing all that stuff yourself. See, the great thing about a tool is it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And your job is simply to point people to a tool to do the talking for you. Again, remember, you are the messenger, not the message. You're the movie trailer, not the movie. You're the professional inviter. You invite people to see the deal without actually having to explain the deal. Okay? The more that you can do that, I'm telling you, the more that you're going to duplicate in your business. Always point people to the tool. And again, get them trained immediately and use a proven system to help them do that. This is so important. A lot of people say, hey, I want to skip the training and just get to the making money part. I'm telling you, without the training, you're not going to get the money. Because what's going to happen is when you go down level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way down, you're going to have it absolutely crumble because you have a couple people and a bunch of people come in and just turn it into a money game without any training. All right, so very, very important to put people through the step-by-step training to get them going. You'd rather have them, not pursuing contacting people for several days to actually get training so that they do things properly. And again, they don't reinvent the wheel, but they follow systems. See, the thing about McDonald's that is consistent and what's made them so successful is not the best hamburgers, but every time that you actually walk into their restaurant, the bathroom is always on the right. Have you ever noticed that? Bathroom is always on the right. They're consistent in Arkansas just like they are in Japan. And we need to do the same. So guys, these are things that are going to help you with your business. You got to take ownership. And in order to take ownership, you got to follow some of these keys that are going to help you be successful. There's other keys, such as mindset training. As part of taking ownership, you're going to have times where you don't feel very motivated. You know, people say motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. We recommend it daily. These are very important keys for you guys to keep in mind as you are pursuing whatever business that you are a part of. And as you do that, I believe as you're consistent, persistent with following these keys that you'll be successful as well. So appreciate you. If you like this, click like, tag it, share it with others. And guys, as always, we'll see you at the top.